Welcome everyone to Sasquatch Theory. Tonight's guest is Terry from the South Caribou region of British Columbia, Canada. Terry and his family own the property where these experiences continue to unfold, and according to Terry, the activity has only intensified over time. What started as a routine hunting trip quickly escalated when deer calls were answered with loud wood knocks from multiple directions. Since then, the experiences have escalated into reports of tracks, sharp whistles, strange structures, voices in the forest, eerie screams, objects seen on the thermal devices, unexplained orb activity, and even a pulsating object in the sky, witnessed by multiple family members. One of the main encounters on the property involved something watching from the tree line. Another involved a reported sighting of a massive white creature that seemingly vanished. Tonight, Terry shares the details of what has been happening on their land and why they believe something unusual may still be there. If you enjoy listening to real-life Bigfoot encounters, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below for more. If you would like additional content and early access to all my videos, you can join the membership channel today, and it really helps support the field research that I do out in the woods. Also, I started a massive trail cam operation at the killing fields and my other research areas, and if you guys want to help the research, you can purchase a trail camera from my Amazon wish list. Recently, people have helped and donated trail cameras, and I added up the price for all the SD cards and the batteries, and my mind was completely blown. Holy smokes, those things are expensive. So if you guys can help out with the batteries and the SD cards and even new trail cameras, be sure to use the Amazon wish list. So if you order a trail camera, be sure to add on an SD card and some batteries, because right now I have 10 different cameras to purchase SD cards and batteries for, and the cameras can take up to a 512 gigabyte SD card. Look them up, they're not cheap, but regardless, we're gonna get this going, and I appreciate everyone's support. With all that being said, let's dive into Terry's Bigfoot encounters from British Columbia. Okay, Terry, welcome to Sasquatch Theory. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the property that I'm going to be talking about is in the South Caribou in British Columbia. It's in 100-mile area, 100-mile house.
Oh, wow. Yeah, if you would, Terry, tell me a little bit about yourself and your experiences from the very beginning, please.
So we own the property for I'm not exactly sure, 8-9 years now. And since we bought the property, things have gotten more and more crazier. It's getting intense now. And then to the point where we went up just last month for 2 weeks. Actually, a researcher came with us and confirmed Bigfoot activity on the property. And me and my brother both had a sighting. We both seen it. So yeah, it got to that point where we both seen it now. So it's really heated up.
Wow. Yeah, that's truly incredible.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about last fall. It was very interesting. We were up there hunting at around our property and whatever, right? Me and my brother decided, instead of going road hunting, because I don't really like it, right? I'd rather go on foot. We hiked out the back of our property and up the mountain a little bit, because you got to be within a certain range from your property line to discharge a firearm, right? So we were well within the range, no problem. And while we were hiking, it was so dry and crisp, and we're making so much noise. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just sit down here for a while and relax. Let calm down. So we're very quiet. Maybe an hour went by. I whispered to my brother, I'm gonna pull up the deer call. And then soon as I pulled out the deer call and made a deer call, I get a tree knockback right away. And I'm like shocked. I'm like, holy. And then I did it again. I get a tree knock from a different location. So after I did the tree call like several times, we had tree knocks. We were hiking up the mountain north. We were traveling north. We got tree knocks from the west, north, and east of us, but nothing on the direction from the way we came in. Nothing. It was crazy. And then also it seemed like the tree knocks were moving, but I didn't hear anything like chomping through the bush. Nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's interesting.
Do you feel like they were warning each other that there were hunters in the area, or do you think they truly thought you were deer and they were on the hunt? What are your thoughts about that?
I'm actually not really 100% sure on that. They could have been reacting to the deer call in itself, or they could have already seen us and were watching us. And as soon as I made the deer call, they were warning each other, hey, they're there, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is pretty amazing. We were surrounded by tree knocks, and they were strong tree knocks. It was just me and my brother that went hiking up the mountain on that little adventure we had going up the mountain there. That was last fall in hunting season. We were just deer hunting. So, and then the same trip, our whole family were up there, and my uncle, my mom, and dad, they left on Wednesday. Tuesday night, we hear tree knock right at the cabin. Plus, I got the flare thermal camera with a screen. It's got a handle and a screen on the side, so I don't have to look through the thermal. I can just move it around and look at the screen. I'm getting orbs flying around on thermal and tree knocks. And then a little while later, there was a UFO that flew directly over us. 2 nights in a row, actually.
What did the UFO look like?
Well, the UFO I recorded and posted on my Facebook page. And when I recorded it, and I really looked at it on video, it looked like it's pulsating and changing colors. And it was dead silent. There's no noise. And I recorded it both nights. The Wednesday, my mom and dad left. Then Wednesday later on in the afternoon, my brother's daughter and her boyfriend came. That night we seen it again, and I recorded it again. And my niece's boyfriend, he thinks it was a Chinese drone, which I don't think so, because it was dead silent. And also, when I look at it on video and zoomed in on it, there was another one smaller than that, like moving along with it, like perfectly together. Like, how to say that? Like, it's like it was connected, but they weren't.
Yeah, they were moving in unison.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I have that on video. I posted it on my Facebook page. So, like, and then the researcher that came up to our property, he confirmed that there's tree structures, tree breaks, and other stuff on the property. Definitely Bigfoot activity going on. And he also mentioned if you have a close Bigfoot encounter, look up, you might say UFO. I think there's a connection between Bigfoot and UFOs. And the orbs, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that as well in areas where I'm having Bigfoot activity. If I look up into the stars, I'll start seeing strange lights and strange crafts that doesn't seem to be a drone, a satellite, or an airplane.
That's what I think too, man. Because the drone is very loud. I had the DJI, one of the DJI air drones, right? I think I might get the Maverick 4 Pro, but it's like $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
up here in Canada. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah,
But
the drones are really loud.
yeah, they are really loud. So the thing that we seen, zero. It was dead silent. No noise at all.
Wow.
Yeah. So I also got orbs on my thermal camera many times. One of the times, me and my brother were hiking. It was like just getting dark, and we went into the back of the property a little bit, and I was just using my thermal around, checking if I see anything at all, right? Trying to get something. All of a sudden, I see this orb, and it's just floating around. And then I recorded and posted it on Facebook. And then I moved toward it, and it bolts off. And then I stop, and it comes right back again, like instantly. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And it's on video doing that. It came back. Like the orb's got intelligence behind it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they certainly do. And we noticed that in the research areas. One of my friends, he said, look up with the thermal device. I see like these, what seems to be orbs floating around the sky. And I looked up, I could see it. There's just these strange looking balls floating around the sky. And I just thought it's probably something to do with these thermal devices when you look up into the sky. And now when I try to find those strange orbs, I don't see them anymore.
Wow, that's amazing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to like get to the bottom of this and find, like, I don't know, just learn as much as I can and figure it out, right? What's really going on here?
Yeah. And what did the researchers experience on the property as far as Bigfoot activity? What do they say they found? What do they experience?
The researcher that came to the property,
Yeah.
he at the time he only came up for 3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he walked back there and looked around, and he said those are definitely Sasquatch tree breaks. He said he noticed one is Bigfoot tree structure, another one where the tree is weaved through the other trees and is bent around in a half circle.
Wow.
And it's bent pretty crazy. And he said, yeah, there's no way that's naturally, like, it's not like put, like the wind or whatever didn't do that. No, there's no way.
Yeah.
And also there's one where the tree has been broken off. It's like the thickness you can wrap both hands around, right?
Mm-hmm.
That thickness. And it's been driven into the ground like 10 inches. And both ends have been broken off. And it's like probably 5 feet long and been driven into the ground like 10 inches.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. Yeah. And a moose could not do that.
Yeah, I don't think so. And the ground there is like really hard. Even in the wet season in the back of my brother's property, the ground doesn't get like soft. I don't know what kind of, it's really hard packed ground.
Yeah. Okay. So you're finding structures, you're hearing wood knocks on the property and even around the cabin. You're seeing strange lights up in the sky. What else unfolded after that?
So basically last fall, my uncle, he was going to the washroom. We were just around the campfire or whatever, right? And he was going to the washroom over behind the cabin a little bit. And he came running back. He's like, oh my God, you got to go over there and check it out right now. My brother was over there before me, and I went there and just seen it before they took off. There were 3 little balls of light orbs floating around and they were low to the ground. And then I got some weird thing around my brother. My brother was sitting at the campfire, and I was just gonna take photos. It was a nice campfire we had and whatever. And I noticed something around my brother, and I recorded it. And it's like really weird, and it just bolts off into the woods. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I tried duplicating it because I knew people were going to be like, "Oh, it's from the campfire. It's a camera. What do you call that? Camera lens flare, right?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I stood in the same spot and recorded. Like I made video after video after video trying to duplicate it. I couldn't do it. And then rewatching those videos, trying to duplicate it, I noticed one of the little orbs came down along the ground, and I got it on video, and I also posted that. It's a little orb on the ground.
Yeah, the orbs are often seen with the cryptid creatures. Do you feel like it's connected to the Sasquatch?
Yeah, I feel it's a Sasquatch hotspot because we also found footprints on the property several times.
Wow.
One footprint I found in hard packed ground, and you could clearly see the toes and everything. That was in the middle of the night when I came out of the cabin. I had to go to the washroom, and as soon as I stepped out of the cabin, I heard a sharp whistle, and then I heard shuffling in the bushes behind, because we have an outhouse there, right? And our property is kind of remote and off grid, so we only have outhouse. We don't have water, but we got power there, but no internet or anything. So I heard it shuffling behind the outhouse, and then in the next morning, I told my brother, and I was like kind of like freaked out about it, and we went over there and looked around, and we found the footprint.
Yeah.
And I did take photos of it and post it on Facebook as well. So there's been quite a few incidents, and a couple other orbs that we've seen. One time we were just around the fire, me and my brother only. And I happened to look, because I always look back to see if I see anything, because I'm on alert, right? I want to get one on film, these Bigfoot, right? I want to get one on film. But I noticed there's balls of light low to the ground in the forest, like you can see it. And my brother's seen it, and we're pointing and looking at it. And after a few minutes, we're paying attention to it. Boom, they're just gone.
Yeah. So they seem to be intelligent. They react to your guys' presence, and you guys pointed at it and it disappeared.
Yeah, we're looking at it and paying attention to it, and they're just gone.
Wow. What do you think they want?
I think they're. I had a sighting last month, but it wasn't a very good sighting, and I know it wasn't a bear from where it was and where I was, because it goes up an embankment and down an embankment, and it's pretty good embankment, right down. Mm-hmm. I went to whereabouts it was, and my brother was standing where I was. I could not see my brother. I'm even jumping up and can't see him. So whatever was peeking at me, and it moved really fast. I recorded it. I went running in there to see if I could see anything. My brother followed behind me recording, and it was already long gone. My brother said he heard it 50, 60 yards in there going through the bush or snapping a branch. And then my brother's encounter was really bizarre. And I was kind of mad I didn't see it. I'm still kind of upset about it. We came back from checking trail cameras, and I had one video that's what I believe is a cloaking Bigfoot on video, and it's really bizarre. And there's a gray jay that flies in, and it's just freaking out, tripping. You can hear it squawking like constantly. It's not happy. And then we're talking about the video. We hear this noise. We heard it before. It's really weird, bizarre noise. I can't explain it or duplicate it. The dog, we have a German Shepherd, Indy, and the dog is freaking out. I pulled Indy back. My brother goes up there, and he's like, I see it. I dropped Indy and went up there. It was already gone. My brother said it moved like 30 feet or so in like a second or two, and it didn't even get out of sight. It just vanished in front of his eyes. That's what he said. And he said it looked like white and like 10 feet tall, 12 feet tall. it was just white. He said he didn't see head, arms, legs, or anything. It was just a white thing that moved really fast, and then it didn't even get out of sight, and it just vanished in front of his eyes, like it fully cloaked. I believe it was transitioning into cloaking when he seen it. It was just all white and moved really fast, and then it went full cloak. Because my brother's like, I don't know if it went this way, that way, or that way. I don't know. It just vanished. Crazy, interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people have described seeing a Sasquatch creature that just poof vanishes into thin air.
Yeah. So the activity that's going on in the property is like really intense now. I don't know, like they seem interested in us or curious on us or something. I don't know. It's getting really bizarre. And I noticed we were up there for 2 weeks. The longer we're there, the more intense it's getting.
Okay, so the more you guys research the property, the more activity you're experiencing, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Yeah, and the further you go into the rabbit hole, the weirder it gets.
Exactly. And I'm just trying to put the pieces to the puzzle, right, and figure things out. And from a few encounters that we've had, I'll tell you right now, there's 2 encounters right now. One, I was around the property. Everyone else went to bed. I had the thermal out, and I'm like scanning around the whole like around the cabin, in the back, everywhere, like really thoroughly. And then all of a sudden, I get this orb coming in, and it's playing with me, like going here, going there, and then coming back again. And then I'm like, oh, I was over by the fireplace. It came around between the we have a woodshed there in the cabin. It came through there, and it came up like within 7-8 feet from me. It was getting too close, and I kind of panicked and was like, "What?" And it bolted back the way it came around the cabin, around that way. And then I hear some weird chitter chatter. Honest to God, I hear some weird chitter chatter. Like there was nothing else there. Everyone else was sleeping. I got so freaked out, I bolted into the cabin, and my brother and them got mad at me. We're trying to sleep. I was like really scared because it seemed to me like the orb, there was nothing else there but the orb, and I heard a weird chitter chatter. So, and then another incident happened where we heard that same noise, where my brother went running in up the hill, and the dog was freaking out, and seeing the Sasquatch that was transitioning into cloaking, and it was all white. That same noise, we heard it across the lake, like making the same noise over and over again. It stopped. A few minutes later, my brother said he seen a ball of light or an orb or whatever. It was up in front of our property, in front of the lake. Not too long later, we heard that same noise behind our property now. So I'm thinking they're traveling as an orb, undetected almost, except for thermal, or maybe you can catch it with your, some of the orbs you can see it, some of them you can't. That's what I believe. I don't know. That's what I'm leaning toward now from all the experiences we've had, that the Sasquatch are actually turning into orbs. I know it might sound crazy. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure things out, bro.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And it does seem like the Sasquatch are able to turn into orbs and also cloak and be invisible. I don't know how they can do it or if it's just something supernatural, but yeah, I definitely understand what you're relaying to me, and I've experienced a lot of what you're talking about. And on my last research trip, we witnessed orbs. My friend Adam and Kenny said they saw orbs float across the clearing. I didn't see it because I was messing with my camera, but I believe them because I've seen the orbs in that same spot. But shortly after that, I started hearing voices in the woods. And when you said that, it really hit me hard because I just thought it was random what I experienced and just a coincidence. But yeah, that's strange. You witness orbs and you start hearing voices, and That's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, my uncle. Also, another thing, my uncle. He doesn't want me to say his name. He's kind of like, I need to see it to believe it. But he's kind of like, there's some weird stuff going on around here. Maybe I'll sleep, because we have a buddy that lives up in 100 Mile area too. He's like, I might start staying at his place now, right? But he slept in the trailer, which is closer to the back of the property than the cabins, right? It's on the backside, right along the tree line. And he's sleeping there at night. 2 nights in the morning, he slept there. And then in the morning, he comes out. He's like, you know what? There was some weird lights going on. I thought you guys were up shining a flashlight. I put my shoes on, got up. Everyone's sleeping. I'm like, what? That's really bizarre. And then also the next night, he's like, I heard all this weird chitter chatter. That's what he told me. I believe my uncle. And he was dead serious about it. He's like, I heard chitter chatter. And I thought you guys were up talking and whatever. I was going to join you, and I got up. And then all of a sudden I look in the cabin. You guys are sleeping. And the chitter chatter's gone. So bizarre.
Yeah. So these things are coming up to the cabin. How close did the orb get to the cabin? Because you said it came up to you and you started to panic. How close was it?
I would say at least 7 or 8 feet from me. And it went right past the cabin. It came right around the cabin, between the cabin and woodshed, like 7, 8 feet from me. I was by the fireplace. And I panicked, and it reacted to me right away. I was like freaking out, like it's getting too close to me.
Yeah, that's way too close for comfort.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, like, what the heck's going on here, and whatever. So yeah, of course you're gonna panic, and then the thing, soon as I did that, it shot off around the cabin really quick, and I also heard chitter chatter, some type of weird chitter chatter, and I'm like, what? And it sounded like female, like maybe like weird chitter chatter. I'm like, wow, bizarre. I don't know. I never asked my uncle if it was sounded like whatever chitter chatter he heard, but we're getting chitter chatter around there now.
Yeah, the chatter that you heard. What language did it sound like? Did it sound like 2 males talking? Can you kind of describe that?
Oh, my uncle's thing with the chitter chatter. Mm-hmm. He just told me he heard chitter chatter, and he was sleeping in the trailer that's closer to the back of the property. So, and when he woke up in the morning, he's like, I checked the cabin. You guys are sleeping, and I heard this weird chitter chatter. And then because he's a non-believer, he's like, I need to see it, believe it. He's like, it could be possible that they exist. He's kind of on the fence, right? And he needs to see it to believe it. He's like, maybe it was your neighbors. I'm like, what are the neighbors doing out on our property, trespassing in the middle of the night? Really? It's a remote area, and we leave 12-foot aluminum boats around all our stuff. No one's ever touched anything. Never. Nothing's ever gone missing from our property.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What else has happened on the property?
There's a park just up the mountain and a little bit west from. So up the mountain to the north, and then go west a little bit. There's a park there, right? I've talked about this, but this is going back maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I'm not exactly sure how long ago that was, but me and my brother were fishing at this lake, and we hear one tree come down, cracking, breaking, and crashing to the ground. Okay, trees come down. Maybe whatever was a rotten tree, but it didn't sound rotten. You can hear it cracking and breaking, right? Within a minute, another one comes down. After that, the screams we heard was like make your hair stand up and your face turn white. seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And I also got a video on my trail camera. The deer activated my trail camera. If it wasn't for the deer there to record the screams and the deer stop and look and react to it, well, I posted that and got many views on that. I think the other video I got with there's some type of black mass that drops down and then moves to the right. That got over 100,000 views on my Facebook. 150,000, I think, views, maybe something like that. So yeah, I've gotten quite a bit of paranormal activity on trail cameras and other stuff going on around the area.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, the whole area is messed up. I'm gonna talk for a second on the area of the property where we're at here. There's another provincial park. It's called Wells Gray Provincial Park, and this hiker, he discovered this cave. It's the largest cave in Canada, and as soon as like he posted it and went viral, the government put it on lockdown and basically put $1 million fine and prison time, and no one can go near it, or you're going to jail and getting a fine, $1 million.
Yeah, makes you wonder.
So that's in the area too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's some next level stuff going on there. Like any more serious, like what are they gonna do? Shoot you? Like what are they? They're covering up something, right?
Yeah, it seems to be.
I don't hear any other caves with $1 million fine and prison time. There's caves bigger than that in Asia, and people rappel down and go check it out and whatever, and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
And then 70 Mile House. There's another park there called and there's a lake there called Green Lake. People can Google this. Green Lake and 70 Mile House, British Columbia. It's the 7th most creepiest place in all of Canada. And there was a little boy that went missing there and never ever found again. Just vanished in front of their own family. Gone. And also 100 Mile House, the 100 Mile Free Press newspaper, they posted about Sasquatch migrating through the Caribou, UFOs, and paranormal activity going on. Yeah. And also the local. I talked to the locals there. We were out hunting one time and met this couple. We were road hunting and met this couple. They were gathering up firewood, and we talked to them many times since then. And one time we talked to them for like 2-3 hours, and they told us they had a cabin up the hill a little bit. That would be going up the hill, like up the mountain from the back of our property, but down a little ways, I think, because their property's down a little ways too, right? So it would be over there. So they have a cabin up the hill a little bit. And they said, it's really weird. We went up there and all the trees were pushed down. We hear all these weird noises all the time. And there's strange things going on. We can't explain it. It's really weird. And that's the time I showed them all my videos on Facebook and YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And the husband was shook. He was like, he told his wife, should we sell the place? I'm like, I don't think you need to go that far. But the next time we went back, their property on the lake is they got a fence all the way around now. They put a fence up right away.
So there's a lot more people than just you and your family having strange experiences in that area, and it seems to be in that region.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And also, I Googled it, and there's been Sasquatch sightings in the area and UFO sightings.
Yeah. Did the screams that you heard seem to be coming from that direction of the cave that you were talking about?
They were coming. They were in a different park. The
Okay.
park we're in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the other park. The other park is like, I'm not sure how far away that cave would be from my brother's property. Maybe 30 kilometers.
Okay.
And then 70 mile Green Lake
Mm-hmm.
is over this way, so it's like a triangle. Go that way, go this way, and then go that way, and it's all about the same distance apart. The whole area is messed up, I think, and especially on our property.
Yeah. What else unfolded on the property?
This might be hard to believe, but this is everything I'm telling is the truth. I swear on my life. Me and my brother are just around the campfire one night. It's just me and him, right? Like, I don't know if I should even say this because it's so like crazy. People might think, "What?" Like, yeah, okay, bro. Okay, whatever. I'll just say it. We're just hanging out around the campfire. We had a fire going, hot bed of coals for quite a while. All of a sudden, within like snap of your finger, that quick, the fire's just out. There's no steam, no smoke, nothing. There's only the outer edge ring that is glowing. That was it. It was out.
So it was like somebody blew out a candle.
Yeah, it's just like they blew out a candle. But there was no smoke, no steam, nothing. Just gone.
Wow.
That's it. My brother's the only witness to that.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm glad you mentioned it, though.
I have no idea what to make of that or how that's even possible. I don't know, but I can't take back what I've seen, right? People can put me on a lie detector test, do whatever they want. It's still the same thing, man, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything.
Mhm.
I've seen what I've seen.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So there's serious stuff going on there.
Yeah, there really is. And I feel like more will transpire in the future, especially since you're still having experiences on the property.
Yeah. Like at this point now, like we're actually a little bit like freaked out a little bit now. Cautious, right?
Mhm. Yeah, because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing was, how my brother seen that is because we heard it and we went running in right away. Me, I went and moved in with him, but I grabbed Indy, our German Shepherd, and pulled her back. That's why my brother was ahead of me and was able to see it, and I didn't. I was so mad about that. Like my brother should have been recording because that footage like would have been next level. He would have been on Joe Rogan tomorrow. I'm not even kidding. His face, he was shook for like 2 days after that. He was shook. I could see it in his face and eyes. He didn't even know what to make of it. He's like, I don't even know what I saw. He's like, I don't even know if it's Bigfoot. I don't know. I'm like, to me, it seems like you've seen a half-cloaked Bigfoot and it fully cloaked in front of you. That's what I think.
Yeah, it does seem to be. And how is your brother taking the experiences that he's had? Is he taking it well? Is he excited? Does he want to do more research, or is he really leery about what's going on there?
I think he's interested now.
Mm-hmm.
But before he was like my uncle. He didn't really, I don't know if he believed or not, but he didn't really care. He's like, whatever, right? Maybe it's real, maybe it isn't, but I'm not going to obsess over it like me. I've always been interested in the topic, right? For me, I believe Bigfoot's real now. I know from everything I've seen and heard and all the stuff that's happened and from close encounters and then seeing footprints in the ground, that's hard packed ground. I know they're real now. And also the last month when we went up for 2 weeks, there were fresh tree breaks. Like all the time when we woke up, I'd go back there to check trail cameras. There's trees broken. trees broken, just like we were just there the day before and it's fine. And now there's trees. One you can't even wrap both hands around. It's thick around and it's just snapped clean, broken off.
Yeah, it snapped like a toothpick.
Yeah, it snapped like a toothpick, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one can snap that. Like the researcher, when he was up there, he's like, those are Sasquatch tree breaks. You see how they're just clean snap like that, and they're it's pointing in the direction of the trail. That means something, right?
Yeah, I would agree with him.
Because we made a little walkway through our property, right? So we can walk easily through there, mm-hmm. And there's tree breaks pointing at our trail we made, and they're clean snapped and pointing in that way. So. Like, and we had several fresh tree breaks while we were there, and so much Bigfoot activity, like noises we heard, other stuff. Actually, the time I told you we heard the noises across the lake, and my brother seen the orb, and then we heard the noises behind the property. That really freaked me out. After we didn't stay up that late that night, and I kind of went to bed early. Because I was there's so much activity going on, I was kind of overwhelmed, and I went to bed early. My brother woke up that night. He woke me up after going out of the cabin. I went out there because he's like, "Bro, you got to go out there. It stinks like bad." I went out there. I was like, "Holy God!" It stunk so bad, like musty, mixed with. It smelled like mixed with pine or something like that. And the whole area around the cabin stunk. You know, like when you get a roadkill skunk and it stinks up the whole area that powerful? That's how strong it was. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they got to be close, and it seems like they're really consistent with it. And yeah, a lot of people think they're in remote areas where there's no people, but we're a form of entertainment for them. They're extremely curious. And they would have to watch people in order to be elusive.
Yeah, exactly. I think they it seems to me like they don't want to be seen, but they're very curious on us. That's what it seems like to me. Because the one I seen, it wasn't a really good sighting. I just seen the head and maybe the neck and a bit of a shoulder a little bit. And as soon as I seen it, it bolted off so quick. Like, it wasn't a good sighting. But when I think back about it, like, it was peeking at me. Like, animals don't peek like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was definitely watching you and peeking from the tree line. And yeah, that's pretty eerie because it just makes you wonder what they want, what their intentions are. And they definitely seem to have a sense of purpose. They're on a mission, and what that mission is remains unknown.
I honestly believe, because I put trail cameras up and I'm trying to get evidence on them, I think they know that, and they know that I know they're there.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, things change when they know that you know, and they start behaving a little bit differently, because before you have any idea what's going on, they seem to be tricksters, and it's almost like they get a kick out of messing with you, because it's almost like they know, they're intelligent enough to know that we have no idea that they exist.
Yeah. It's I really want to get one on video, or get some researchers up to the property that can help us or something,
Do you guys have to worry about grizzly bears there? I'm sure you do. You're in British Columbia, right?
In that area, definitely. On my trail camera, I had cougar, moose, black bear, fox, and many deer. The deer are one video, there was half a dozen or more deer in one video, like moving through as a pack. I'm like, wow, there's tons of deer through there.
Yeah.
So, but I never seen a grizzly bear. I think further out towards Wells Gray, we've seen a pack of wolves out there and grizzly bear tracks in the snow one time, like big grizzly bear tracks.
Wow.
So there are wolves and grizzly bear in the area and cougar. I don't know if grizzly bear are around the property, but they could be. I don't know, right?
Yeah, you never know.
I guess they can wander around wherever they want to go, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a potential risk when you're out there looking for Sasquatch in British Columbia.
Yeah. The Bigfoot tracks we've seen, we were road hunting, and that was out further towards Wells Gray, before No Name Lake.
Wow. Did you cast the track?
Pardon me?
Did you cast the track?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I didn't have casting. I didn't have any casting, but I took photos of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah,
We've been road hunting as well, and then my brother pulls over. He's like, "Pro, you got to look at this." But the tracks weren't very good because you can see there was impressions there and a trackway, but it snowed over it. And I took photos of that and put my foot beside it, and it's way bigger than my foot. And it looked like a trackway.
Yeah.
But the other one, that when I came out of the cabin and I heard it shuffling through the bush and it made that whistle, I think it whistled because there could have been more than one, and it was alerting the other ones around. Hey, someone come out, right? The next morning when I found the footprint, me and my brother were looking at it, but when I took photos, it's hard to see it in the photo than actually looking at it with your own eyes, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the photo doesn't do anything for it, right?
No, it's completely different on photo.
In the photo, you can still see it, but it's not as clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because the photo is only 2D, but when you're there in person, it's 3D. You got 3 dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So do you have any other experiences that you'd like to share?
I'm trying to think now. There's been so much going on. Like, so many times we go up there and we get like crazy stuff going on. One time me and my brother were at the fire, and my brother's sleeping, and I'm like, bro, you shouldn't sleep around at the campfire, right? Especially because I don't want to like him to go missing, right? Mm-hmm. So I was joking about something ridiculous, right? And then all of a sudden we hear this noise, and like it made the same noise over and over again, like perfect, same thing. I like I've never heard anything like this in my life. It's like, to me, it's like alien, right? I'm like, wow, that's really bizarre. I've never heard that since, that same noise. I've never heard that in my life. And also, when I was growing up, my dad was a hunter, fisherman, and outdoorsman. He knew how to do taxidermy work and skin birds. I watched him when I was a kid, and skinning animals and stuff, right? He did his own taxidermy work and skinning ducks and stuff. I watched him, and we've been going outdoors all over BC since I was a little kid, fishing, camping, and whatever. We never had any experiences like this before. Never.
Yeah. That cabin definitely seems to be on sacred ground. Like, maybe there's First Nations people buried there. I don't know, maybe like giant skeletons, or it's just a hot spot for strange activity. It's really hard to say.
Oh, it's good that you brought that up because across the lake, up the mountain, is native land and it's protected, and no one can go in there. Like there's a lake up there. People have to go ask. Uh, People have to go ask them if they can fish that lake, if they can get permission to go in and fish. Right, it's all native protected area. So I don't know. I think there could be different like clans of Bigfoot, if you want to call it that, or whatever. Like, because one time, me and my brother, we were at the cabin, and we hear the noises across the lake. It sounded like coyote yip yapping, but it kind of sounded like coyote, not exactly. Me and my brother argued about it before, but behind us up the mountain, that was across the lake, the yip yap a little bit. Behind us up the mountain, one callback and then silent the whole night, nothing. I'm like, bro, if those were coyote, they'd be yip yapping. People would be annoyed, like, holy shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So my brother kind of agreed with me on that point and said, maybe you're right. I agreed with him that it did sound like a coyote, but it wasn't a coyote. I believe Sasquatch are like masters at mimicking. They can whistle, they can mimic other animals. They can they chitter chatter like my uncle and I heard, right? They can mimic other whatever's around them.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they
it's
really
pretty
can.
amazing. These Bigfoot are pretty amazing, I think.
Yeah, they are. And the screams that you heard, I remember you mentioned that they're extremely scary to hear, and they're hard to describe. But if you could describe them or compare them to something, what would it be?
There's no person on the planet that could scream that violently and that with that much. It was this violent scream, like really violent scream.
Yeah, I know.
Like it roared. It roared enough to make your hair stand up. Like some people say that Sasquatch have, like lions have infrasound.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of believe that because my brother's face, he was like, should we go now? He was shaking. And I was kind of like excited because I'm like, I know exactly what that is. That's typical Bigfoot behavior. Pushing trees over and roaring and screaming like that.
Yeah, it definitely does sound like Sasquatch.
And also on my trail camera, that like I told you earlier, that the deer were walking through, and then you got Sasquatch screaming over here. But the screams I heard in real life were like way more stronger than that. Similar to that, but way more powerful. Like you can like crank that up like full. That was like half volume on those ones on the trail camera that I posted on my Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
I will forward you a couple of my videos and you can see it.
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I remember in the past you sent me a video of the UFO that you saw. That was pretty cool. So I would definitely like to check out everything else you got.
Yeah, and then that was my at the end of the video, that was my my brother's daughter's boyfriend. You can hear him saying, "Oh, that's a Chinese drone." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, bro." Mm-hmm. For me, he's seen it but can't handle what he's even looking at. That's what I think, right? For the most part, people see it but can't handle it. They got to make up it's got to be something logical like a drone or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. It's hard. It's hard. Even if people see it, they don't believe it. Like, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people will do that. They'll kind of gaslight what you guys encountered and try to come up with a plausible explanation. But I mean, in the end, how would you know it's a Chinese drone without actually being up close to it and seeing that it truly is a Chinese drone?
Yeah, I think a Chinese drone is going to be really noisy, and you don't fly a drone at nighttime, right? Who's flying drones at nighttime?
Yeah, it'd have to be like a night vision or thermal drone, but like we discussed earlier, it would be extremely loud.
Yeah, and when I was recording, you don't hear anything at all, just us talking. That's it. It was dead silent.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when I zoom in and look at it, it's pulsating and changing colors like really fast, like extremely fast. It's like whoa, changing colors, and then you got another one moving along with it perfectly. Like wow.
Yeah. And I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like it is connected to the Sasquatch activity that you've been experiencing on the property.
I have a feeling it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the same trip we were on, we had tree knocks right at the cabin, and plus I'm getting orbs flying around the cabin on my thermal, and then a UFO flies directly over us. So we're getting Bigfoot tree knocks at the cabin, orbs flying around, and a UFO flies over. Yeah, I connected all together. I told my brother that, and I don't know if he agrees with me. He's like, "Okay, bro."
Yeah, I mean, it's all happening within the same time frame, the same property. I would say there's a connection there.
Exactly, me too. I say definitely, no doubt about it in my mind that it's all connected.
Yeah.
And then also the check this out, the one I told you about earlier. Me and my brother, we went into the property, and we were recording the orb, and I moved in, and it took off, and then I stopped, and it came back. I stopped recording because my brother's like, bro, there's something walking behind us. I stopped recording because I was talking. And then I listened, I heard, I moved in right away with thermal and got nothing. Like whatever it was just vanished, gone. If it was an animal, like I should have got on thermal. There was nothing there. And we didn't hear anything moving around after that. Nothing, gone. It just was like it vanished. So after I stopped recording on orb and tried to get the other thing on thermal, I couldn't get anything. So then I moved back to where the orb was. It was still there. So I started recording it again. And I also posted that on Facebook, both videos. And it talks about, you can even hear as I'm recording the orb, and you hear my brother in the background, hey, there's something moving and walking behind us. That's not too long after I cut the video, because I moved in right away with thermal, thinking I'm ready to record. Let's get it on thermal. Nothing there.
Yeah, it's bizarre activity, but I definitely believe you. I've experienced it before, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then also I got like a lot of weird trail camera videos, like lantern-sized things floating around. Like I don't know what it is. It's just lantern-sized things floating around. Orbs. I don't know if they're orbs or not, or what they are. Also, one with it looks like a beam of light coming down through the trees. The squirrel runs to the end of the tree branch, looks right at it, then runs up the tree. And the thing's moving around, and the squirrel runs away from it.
Well, I think you're on the right track. You got a thermal device, and hopefully you got a camera, an audio recorder, and I would like to believe that that would be all you need to document this activity.
Yeah, I wish, because I've been looking around online, and I happened to see this one that's a thermal trail camera. It records two videos at once. One is in thermal, one is in night vision. Mm-hmm. And I messaged them. I really want that camera because it could help me out, right?
Yeah, they're expensive though.
Yeah, well.
But if you got the money, I would say it's worth it.
Yeah, well, I spent a lot of money on the thermal. It wasn't cheap. Brand new, that thing was. Just the thermal camera alone, I think the brand new price of that, they discontinued that one. But original price was like $3,000 on that.
Yeah.
I got it for $2,000 with the screen used.
Yeah, that's the hard part about technology is some of it costs so much money, but they come out with something new every year, and later on, it's not worth very much.
Yeah, but I think even if you're getting like good quality older stuff that's gone down in price, it's still going to be really good.
Yeah, yeah. As long as it's
Like
good quality, you'll be fine years after that.
like I showed my uncle when we're in 100 Mile and like 30, 40 yards away at least. And I'm like, look, you see the deer mice running around? Little tiny deer mice, and it's picked up on my thermal. In the middle of the night, pitch dark.
Wow. Yeah. Well, hopefully they come up close and you get a good shot of them during the daytime.
Yeah. For now, what I'm going to do, if I hear like the sounds I heard, I know what they sound like now. If I hear anything like that, I'm running in the bush right away. Camera's rolling. I'm not playing around no more. I want the thing on video.
Yeah, I think it'll happen.
If my brother had been recording, it would have already been done already. We made mistakes. It just happens so fast. We don't know when things are going to happen and when that's not going to happen. It just happens whenever it wants to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we made many mistakes. Also, one time I was checking trail cameras. This reminds me of something I posted on Facebook because we found this deer head, and my trail camera didn't pick up anything. There's only one video of me setting up my trail camera, leaving, us coming back, and we're looking at this deer head, and we're stepping on it, and it's like a sponge. There's no bone. There's no skull, no nothing on it. There's no teeth, no nothing. It's a deer head. It's just the skin on the outside and some hair.
Yeah, that is strange.
It seems like animal mutilation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I even asked a couple hunters, can you get the deer skull out without like cutting it open? They're like, there's no chance. You're gonna have to cut it open to get it out, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, we took photos of that, and I also posted that on Facebook. But my trail camera picked up nothing on how it got there. And then one of my coworkers was like, "That's some crazy stuff. You need to go back there and grab that deer head, man, as evidence." We went, and the next time we went back, it was gone. I checked my trail camera, whatever took it or how it was just gone. No video again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've also had trail cameras damaged too. On the property, I put two cameras facing each other, like so far apart, so that anything comes up behind the camera, the other one's gonna activate and record it. I hate that where people record and there's something moving around the trail camera and you can see like up close there's hair and whatever. You don't know if it's a bear or Bigfoot, whatever, right? That's why most of my cameras I put them facing each other.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, I have two cameras facing each other. One camera I posted on Facebook got crushed, and the other camera got absolutely nothing. So I'm shocked. I'm like, that's like, is that like, how is that even possible? Like, that's really next level. Like, wow.
Yeah, that is really bizarre.
I'm looking. I have the trail camera in my bedroom right now. I'm looking at it actually. There's scratch marks on it, and also it looks like a huge thumbprint on it.
Wow. Yeah.
And there's a hole in it. There's actually a hole in it. And a huge, it looks like a thumbprint where it's pushed right in, caved in.
Yeah, that's interesting because if the cameras were facing each other, it should have taken a picture. Did you see a photo of yourself when you retrieved the camera, like when you were checking it out? Like, you know, it was
Yeah.
working?
Yeah, there's a video of me doing that, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is bizarre.
I had so much bizarre stuff go on. Like, I even had, one camera had batteries missing out of it when I go back and check it.
Well, it's definitely not the first time I've heard that. So you're
Oh,
not alone.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. A property that I investigate, they were destroying the trail cameras, ripping them off trees. Trail cameras would just stop working. We've had activity where they were wood knocking, and then like 10 minutes later they wood knocked more and pushed over a huge tree really close to us. We saw the tree go down. We didn't see a Sasquatch do it, but we know it was them because of the wood knocks. Later on, we discovered right there where they pushed over that tree, there's a trail camera right in front of it. It never took a picture, just the trees up, and then the next picture, the trees down, which is strange.
I've had the same thing too, where two trail cameras facing each other, and the tree was broken this way and then completely snapped and then placed in the opposite direction, and the tip of the branches like pointed right at my trail camera. I posted that video. I made a video of that. That's right where the tree is jammed in the ground 10 inches. And then one of the viewers is like, you should go back there and check the area because you got Bigfoot footprints all around there. I didn't even notice it because I was so like, oh my God, look at the tree break on my trail camera, and it's pointed like right on my trail camera. And all the videos show a deer walk by. Next video, the branch is just there. It didn't get anything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you got some crazy stuff going on too, eh?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty similar to what you're experiencing up there in Canada.
I think a lot of people are like against that and think Sasquatch is an ape or something. Right? I don't believe that Sasquatch is an ape. Because if it was an ape, like how hard is it to discover an ape? Is it harder to see than a bear, deer, or any other animal? I think it would have been proven a long time ago.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of TV shows where it's like an anthropologist.
I'm not trying to knock.
Yeah, I'm not either. It's like biologist, an anthropologist, or just a wildlife expert, and they act like they're going to be the hero. Like, I'm going to figure out what Bigfoot is. And they go down the rabbit hole that we're going through right now and realize that this isn't just an undiscovered primate. There's more to it. Some people refuse to believe that there's more to it, and they just convince themselves that it's just an undiscovered creature, which that's fine, but there certainly is more to it.
There's definitely more to it. Way, way more.
Yeah, and I can't knock people.
I think some people can handle it.
Yeah, and some
I
people
think some
really
people just can't handle it.
Yeah, there is that, and I think truly some people have just never experienced the bizarre activity, the supernatural stuff, and I can see why they believe it's an undiscovered primate because maybe they've only found tracks and heard vocalizations and have seen structures and they've never seen orbs and experienced strange paranormal activity. So I understand where those people are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I followed Jeff Meldrum before. I like his work on the footprints and everything, but I don't believe him on the ape thing, right? The ape theory.
Yeah, he was.
But I like Jeff Meldrum and everything, right? And I heard he passed away. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. He was definitely a good guy, and he was strictly about tracks, finding evidence, and that it's Gigantopithecus and some sort of unknown primate. But I understand, though, he's going off of his experiences and what he can see, feel, and touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what else?
Yeah, so...
What else have you experienced? Anything else that has come to mind?
I think that's about it. I can remember now.
Okay.
But yeah, you seem like your area is pretty crazy too, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty much identical to what you're experiencing. I wish I was closer to you. I'd go up there right now and start investigating, but
That would be awesome, man. I wish you could like maybe someday come up, man. You seem really cool.
yeah, absolutely. Maybe if the invitations open up in the future, me and some other researchers can go out there and probably investigate for like a week, week and a half, who knows, maybe even 2 weeks, but I'd have to get everything lined out before I could do that.
That would be awesome, bro.
Okay.
That would be awesome for me because I just want to get to the bottom of this and figure and like see what's really going on here. Do some like serious research.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah. And it
go out
sounds
there
like,
all night long,
yeah,
all night in the back of the property. Like let's get serious about it.
that'd be the way to do it. And it sounds like the researchers that you've had there before seem to have a pretty good head on their shoulders, and their analysis as to what was going on and taking place on the property seems to be pretty accurate from what I heard.
Yeah, and he did explain to us about the tree breaks on how he's like, you see how it's like it comes up quite a ways and then it's just clean snap, like like it's just clean snap, and then it's pointing at the branch that snapped is pointing at the trail you're walking on. So that's kind of like it's like it means something for them, right?
Oh, yeah. It totally has a
For
meaning.
for the Bigfoot, it has a meaning, right?
Mhm. It has something to do with humans in the area, and I think they're warning each other and creating tree breaks and tree structures when somebody hunts in a spot or if people are using a trail. And I think it's where our world meets theirs.
Yeah, it's quite interesting for me. I wanna know more. Like like I wanna get them on video and like see them and like,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be hard, right? It seems like they don't want to be seen and they're very curious and they're coming around. So
Yeah.
I think that for now, if I hear any when I'm at the property, like in the fall, or if I go up anytime soon and we hear anything, I'm pulling out my cell phone and running in recording. Because if it's still there and I'm gonna get it on video.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And just be careful because those structures that you're finding, that's a warning. Those screams that you're hearing, they're warning you guys. And
I think so.
I'd be careful. I mean, it's similar to like a puffer fish. When you see a puffer fish all puffed out, that's a warning. You don't want to touch those spikes, or like a cactus, or even like a skunk. If you see the white stripe or a king cobra when it's up in the air and checking you out, like that's a warning. And I feel like the structures are the same way.
I believe so too. I honestly believe so. And also the Bigfoot around there are like very aggressive.
Yeah, I've heard
Because
that before.
when they were pushing trees over and screaming at us, they were like extremely aggressive. They were letting us have it. Like wow.
Yeah.
I wish I had been recording that because people would have been shocked out of their mind.
hmm I'd listen to Steve Isdale's
Oh,
channel, How to Hunt, and he said there was families that had farms in British Columbia, and they moved and sold their farm because of the screams they'd hear at night and these creatures coming up to their property.
yeah, I heard of How to Hunt guy. Actually, one of his video, I watched it across the waterway there in the trees. It shows like the same kind of like orbs or things that are moving around. They're floating around like glowing lanterns.
hmm
And but the one if you look closely, you can see the tree starts shaking. Like it shakes the tree.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's
a really
interesting.
good video. I posted that because it's similar to the same videos I've got of these weird things I got on trail camera. And then the people commenting are like, "Oh, those are just spider webs and spiders. Don't worry about it."
Right. Yeah.
So the one I got on thermal was just a spider web too, right?
Yeah, it's just because they've never experienced anything, and that's the only thing their brain can compute.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Terry, you did an excellent job at talking about the experiences that you've had at the cabin. It definitely sounds like a spooky area, and I believe you. And yeah, you're just gonna have to be
Thank you.
careful out there and try to do your best to take photos of tracks and the tree structures. Try to get multiple angles of the structures and just have that camera ready in case one's just standing out in the yard in the middle of the day or in the wood line.
Yeah, I got to calm down because I messed up so many times. Like the deer head, I should have took it for evidence, and so many other things I should have done. I wish I could go back in time and change things, but in the future, I'm gonna try my best to like take proper video, photos, and everything that I can.
Yeah. If it doesn't seem that significant in the moment, but you're still questioning it, take a photo because you might regret it later if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna like I'm really trying my best now to actually get video. If I hear anything coming up to the cabin and making that same sound, I know the sound it made where my brother said he's seen it. So if I hear that, I'm bolting in there. Like I'm risking my life. Well, what can you do, right?
Yeah, I think you'll be fine
If
because
it's your time to go, it's your time to go. What can I do? I want to get the thing on video.
yeah, because they could have done something to you guys by now. They could have tore that door down and came into the cabin, but they haven't. Seems like they have.
Exactly.
I don't know, like they have boundaries.
Exactly. I think because we go back there so many times, and one morning I went walking back there by myself recording, and I got screamed at 3 times, and the trail camera picked it up too.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's pretty like harsh, everything going on there. And I think, like you said, if they wanted to take me, I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah. Okay, Terry. Well, I'm going to let you go for now. If something else happens in the future, something major, definitely contact me. I'd like to hear about it and see
Most
where this
definitely.
goes. Yeah, because I don't know. I'd be interested to see if the Sasquatch come up to the property or if you experience more UFO activity or something else that's just completely out of our realm of thinking.
Yeah, I will definitely keep in touch with you. You seem really cool and on point with everything I'm talking about. You know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe your area. I believe your area is a hot spot, just like ours. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and who knows? We might meet in person in the future. Going up there to British Columbia might be in the realm of possibilities. So keep that in mind.
I was kind of actually worried on how you're going to react to that because I know some people they're like, I don't believe that, whatever, right? But me, I'm being honest and telling the truth, and I'm willing to go on lie detector tests, whatever people want to put me on. If researchers come up, like big time researchers, I can go on lie. But that won't even matter at that point. They just have to come up and they'll see for themselves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to
It
worry
won't take
about
long.
you don't have to worry about convincing anybody else. You experience the activity and you know what you experience. No one else can change that. And yeah, when I heard your experiences, I was like, huh, he's experienced the same stuff as me. That's pretty cool.
I'm not going to invite people and then nothing, and then whatever. There's nothing going on there and look like an idiot, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. You might invite people and nothing happens, and then when they leave, stuff starts to happen. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I think that property, if people give it like a chance, like a week to 2 weeks, it's impossible for nothing to happen. I literally like not going to happen, bro. You're gonna like see some stuff and be shook. You're gonna be like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's kind of impossible not to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if they only go for a day, maybe they won't experience something. But no doubt, if they stay there for a good amount of time, they're going to experience something, even if it's a wood knock or see the structure or something.
They're gonna be shocked. I have that feeling. There's no doubt about it. Especially you got thermal. You're gonna see orbs. You're gonna hear all the stuff we heard and everything else.
Oh yeah.
You might even be screaming that. You might even see it. Who knows? We already seen. My brother seen it, and then my sighting wasn't as good as his, but I still seen what I seen. It was peeking at me and then bolted off like real fast. Like they move real fast.
Yeah. They're super fast, super intelligent, and sometimes they can be closer than what you would like to believe.
Yeah, they're amazing, and my books are amazing, and I want to know more. I want to know everything, right?
Yeah.
I think some people think they know everything about them. I don't think anyone knows everything about them. That's my take.
Yeah. The more you learn, the less you know.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, I think that's about it for what I got to say.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time today, Terry. And yeah, you did an excellent job. And I appreciate you so much. I'm extremely grateful that you decided to talk about all these things on the channel. And I know it's going to help a lot of people out there listening who are experiencing the same activity, and also people in your region of the world. And hopefully they chime in through the comments and share their own personal experiences. Who knows? The neighbor down the road might hear this and share his encounters.
Yeah, that would be nice. I've been actually thinking about it. I think if people like, you know how they have a town hall meeting and talk about Bigfoot and locals come in, I'm sure people like talk to the locals up there. There's going to be more than just them saying they had crazy experiences, this and that. People might even have footage they don't even want to release because they're ashamed of being ridiculed or called a liar or a hoaxer, and you guys are mental or something, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been to the fish fries at my church. Like they do fish fries, people get together, and people have recognized me off the channel, and they just start sharing their experiences. They're like, I believe you. I've seen this on the river, and that's exactly where you had your encounters, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you had a town hall meeting, I think you'd get people talking about their experiences.
I think so. But it shouldn't have to be like that. People like attacking you and whatever because they don't believe in whatever, right? And all the ridicule. It shouldn't have to be like that.
No, but unfortunately it is. People have been conditioned and brainwashed into believing what they know is fact, but in reality, what they've been told isn't necessarily the entire picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep your head up, man. You know what you experienced, and know that you're going to experience more in the future. That's a guarantee. There's strange things happening on the property, and you have a really good shot at capturing something really good.
I have a feeling. I actually told my brother, I think it was last fall, that like it's building, I can feel the tension building up so much. I'm like, bro, there's going to come a point where we're walking back here and you're going to see it. There's no doubt about it. You're going to see it. And then last month we were up there and we both seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. Okay. Well, Terry, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, and you take care of yourself, okay?
Okay, you too, man. I'll keep in touch with you, and in the future, if I get anything, I will be sharing it with you. Don't worry.
Okay, that sounds good. And in the meantime, we'll try to plan a trip up to your area and try to make that happen.
That would be amazing, man. Okay. I think you guys are gonna be like, wow, that was like, I don't know. You guys are gonna be shook.
Oh yeah, for sure. That'll be guaranteed.
Yeah. All right, man. You have a good night, okay?
Yeah, you too. You take care of yourself and be safe when you're doing research.
Yeah, and thanks for having me on your show, man. I like you. You're cool, man. 2 thumbs up on your on Sasquatch theory. You guys are good, man.
I appreciate it. And thank you so much for sharing your experiences. And yeah, remember that I believe you 100%.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yep.
It means a lot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You take care.
Okay, you too. Thank you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you to Terry and his family for coming forward and sharing their experiences. Whether you believe these events are connected or separate unexplained encounters, it is always interesting to hear from people spending real time outdoors and documenting what they experience. If you have had encounters involving strange vocalizations, wood knocks, unexplained lights, tracks, structures, or unusual activity in remote areas and would like to share your story, send me an email sometime. This case is particularly interesting because it isn't centered around just one type of experience. Terry describes wood knocks responding to deer calls, tracks, whistles, tree structures, something watching from the tree line, reports of massive white Sasquatch, unexplained lights, orb activity, strange aerial phenomenon, voices in the forest, eerie screams, and even the sound of multiple trees being pushed over in a short period of time. Whether these events are connected or completely separate, each listener will have to truly decide for themselves. As always, my goal is not to convince anyone what to believe. My goal is to provide a platform where people can document their experiences and allow the audience to examine the details and reach their own conclusions. Some encounters may have ordinary explanations, while others remain difficult to explain. If you've had something unusual in the woods happen to you, whether it involves Sasquatch, unexplained lights, strange vocalizations, tracks, or anything else, and you would like to share your story, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me at sasquatchtheory@outlook.com. Thank you everyone for watching and supporting the channel. Until next time, stay safe, keep an open mind, and I'll see you on the next episode of Sasquatch Theory.